Hey, welcome everyone. This is just going to be a quick walkthrough for the controls on the alpha version of Ultimate Disc Golf. We want to thank everyone again who's already tried out the game, and um, this tutorial slash walkthrough is primarily meant for new players, but we also hope that anyone who's already tried out the game will maybe get a little bit out of this as well. So I'm going to hop right into it here. Again, this is Joshua Johnson, lead developer on UDG. So first thing that we want to do when you first download and install the game is make sure that you create a character. So I'm going to click on the create your character button. One of the main things that you want to do is after you've got all your kind of sliders set is make sure to save a preset. If you don't save a preset, you'll kind of get the bald character there. Maybe looks like a character from a show I won't name at the moment. Okay, once you've got your character preset saved and you have at least one in here, the alpha version will use the very latest one as the active character in the game. So currently it won't let you switch between presets, but that is a planned feature. So just know that don't worry about trying to switch between them. Just make sure that you have one saved that you like and make sure it's the latest one saved, and it'll use that for the game. Once you have your character preset saved, click on the back to main menu button in the lower left hand side of the screen. For right now, we'll select single player. That's the only game mode active, but we will be having more. And select the course that you want. So for this quick walkthrough, we're going to select Breezy Pines. Okay, once our course has loaded up, you'll notice a couple things right off the bat. We have a mini map in the lower left hand side of the screen, and you have your player HUD at the top right side of the screen. So up at the top, you'll see things such as which hole you're on, the disc type, the par for the hole. So that's basically how many throws that it's expected to get a score of 0. So if you've ever played regular golf, ball golf, um, whatever you want to call it, then that's you kind of know how that scoring is going to work, and that's kind of the same thing in disc golf. So that's what that's for. Then you'll have the total distance to the hole and which throw number that you're on. The last thing there is the actual throw type. So I'm not going to get too much into the throw types for this one. We're going to mainly just go over the controls. There's a lot of other great streams and videos we already have up that kind of explains more the different throw types. And if you're new to disc golf, definitely go check out YouTube videos. And there's a lot of great channels out there that talk about the different types of throws there are for the sport. So for our game, Ultimate Disc Golf here, the first thing you want to do is walk up to the basket, and so that's going to be W on the keyboard, and your mouse here will control your camera view. We're going to walk up to the basket. The first button that we're going to use is the N on the keyboard. We're going to press that to get a preview of the hole. And I can press N again to cancel that. So the main thing to start your throw from the tee is to use the interact button. So on the keyboard, that is going to be the E button. So I'm going to hit that once, and now I'm locked in, and I cannot move my character anymore. So I'm pressing A, I'm pressing D, and I can look around, but I'm kind of locked in here to start my throw. So once you're locked in here and you've pressed that E button on the keyboard when you're standing on the tee, now you can actually use the right mouse button, and when held down will give you your aim trajectory. So you walk up to the tee and you'll press the E on the keyboard, and then you're going to hold down the right mouse button. Now you want to make sure you don't let go, because that will actually start the throw sequence. So you're going to hold it down to go ahead and aim. And I'm just going to use the default settings as far as the type of disc and uh, the throw type. When I'm ready to throw, I match it up with the throw meter for throw power on the lower left, and I let go. So that throw right there was close to full power. So just like a lot of other third and first person games, modern games, we have full locomotion systems, so I can kind of move diagonally. Again, with the Alt button on the keyboard, I can crouch. With the control button, I can walk. Press it again to start jogging. Then I can hold down Shift to sprint and jump with the spacebar. Now, right now, most of this is mainly useful for kind of getting an idea of your throw, especially on the more difficult courses. So when you're ready for your next throw, you're going to walk over the disc and make sure that your body is pointed kind of towards the basket, so you're not kind of like a way off on your body angle. Now I've initiated the throw sequence again. So now that I'm locked in and I can't move, now again I can aim with the right mouse button. I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to switch my disc type with the 1, 2, or 3 button on the keyboard. So for this, we'll just keep it a putter. I'm going to hit 2 again on the keyboard. And then using the T button on the keyboard, I'm going to switch my throw type. So for this shot, we want to use the spin putt. And we want to aim a little high and right on this to kind of account for the distance and the fade. The fade being the kind of the curve of the putter. So full power there, I was pretty close, just a little short. Okay, so if you make a throw and you're kind of in this circle, we kind of have this circle kind of set where the pros would, what they would call a tap in. You walk up to your disc and overlap it, and now that I'm this close, I can initiate the tap in mechanic. To do that, I press E on the keyboard. And that allowed me to not have to worry about putting from this distance. Then essentially you can move on to the next hold and do the same sequence again. Now, the trick is to get better and better is to learn the different throw types and the different types of discs, and we're going to be adding a lot more that is going to add even more variety and more challenges to the game. So we're excited about all that, and hope that if you're testing the game, you'll kind of bear with us while we test these kind of core physics, so kind of more of a stable, flat flight, and a limited amount of disc types. And we did that for a reason, so we can get that down, and then we're going to be off to the races adding the rest of them in there based off of our core set of assets that we've kind of built up. So if you still have any problems learning the game, we do welcome you to join our Discord. We'll make sure that a link gets thrown into the description for this video. And we appreciate all the support from the gaming community and the disc golfing community. We're definitely excited what this year's going to bring. So thanks again, and good night.